Hi and welcome to the channel. So today we'll be looking at the ERA-100 and 300 speakers, comparing the two, seeing which ones will work best for you. Without further ado, let's jump in. Let's kick it off with the Sonos ERA-100. So this little guy sounds phenomenal for its size. I was quite impressed the first time I heard it. It fits in almost anywhere and the functionality is great. But before we jump into that, let's first look at the hardware itself. So flipping it over, on the top here you'll see you've got a pause play button. You've also got a skip forward and backwards. You've got a groove here where if you slide your finger, you turn up the volume. But it's actually quite a nice experience because you get an audible sound as well as you can feel the vibration of the speaker as you're sliding your finger. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a nice experience interacting with the speaker. You also get a mute voice assist button at the back here, but then there's also a hard mute button here, which will then remove the power from the microphone so you can be sure no one's listening. As well as a Bluetooth button at the top there for pairing. And then at the bottom here we have a USB-C. This is your auxiliary input for your analog mini jack connection. As well as at the bottom we have a female power input as well as a thread connection where you can mount the speaker on a bracket, a wall bracket or a speaker stand. So that is pretty much the button side of things. And then on the front, by the grill here, you have two tweeters. So this little guy is actually a stereo speaker with your two tweeters for your left and right channel and then one mid driver. And as mentioned, performs really well, sounds great. For a small to medium sized room, this is going to give you a lot of sound at a reasonable price. So that's it looking at the 100. Let's move over to the 300. Next up we have the ERA-300. Similar functionality at the top. Well, basically exactly the same functionality at the top. You've got your pause play, skip forward back, volume control up and down, as well as your mute assistant button. Then at the back of the device, you've got your Bluetooth connection button, your power input, your hard mic on and off, as well as a USB-C connection. The USB-C connection you can purchase as an optional extra is a mini jack input, and then there is a combination of the RJ45 plus a mini jack input which can work together feeding into the USB-C input. And then at the bottom we've got two screws for mounting the speaker on a stand or on a bracket. Now when it comes to mounting or positioning the speaker, they recommend 2 feet to be above the speaker. There is a tweeter firing up, more about that later, but they recommend 2 feet. So if you are mounting the speaker, it's best to mount it upside down so you're not obstructing that tweeter and getting the best possible performance out of the speaker. Okay, in regards to the drivers, there are 6 drivers in this speaker. This is the first speaker that Sonos made, which is a Dolby Atmos speaker with TruePlay. So basically you have the 6 drivers. There's one at the top, it's a horn loaded tweeter, which fires up. There's an additional 2 tweeters on the side for left and right. And underneath those, there is 2 bass drivers left and right as well. And in the front, we've got another tweeter with a waveguide, which gives you that immersive surround sound experience from the speaker. So basically the speaker is designed so that it fills the room with sound and it sounds like it's coming from everywhere. In addition to what's at the top here, you have your microphones. These are used for audio calibration. So your TruePlay. TruePlay used to work with this current generation of speakers. The TruePlay actually works that the speaker automatically does it. The previous line of Sonos products, you couldn't use TruePlay unless you had an iPhone because obviously with the Android phones, there's many different manufacturers, different microphones they use. So there wasn't that continuity. You had to have an iPhone. That's no longer the case with the new generation of Sonos speakers. you can do it using the speaker itself because the microphones are built in. In addition to the built-in microphones, you can also use the Sonos control to use voice control to say, Sonos turn up the audio, for example, as well as Amazon Alexa built into the speaker. So it's a nice IoT device as well. So very nice functionality. The setup with the app, I found it to be a breeze. I know people, there's been a couple of people who've disliked the app. I found it to be much better than the competitors. When it comes to audio products, their app is a lot more polished than a lot of the competitors. In addition to that, the device is made out of recycled plastic. The box is recycled cardboard, and then also the right to repair guys will be happy about this. This is no longer glued. They no longer use adhesive. They've gone back to screws, so opening it up and repairing is a breeze. So the speaker can be used as a standalone. It can be used as a stereo. All the Sonos products you can use as a stereo. So if you have two ERA-100s, two ERA-300s, and then the same thing is you can then pair those stereo sets with a soundbar and a subwoofer for surround sound. And then obviously if you're using the 300, because it is Dolby Atmos, you will be getting an Atmos surround sound when paired with the ARC. It sounds really good. So how do these two stack up? On the one hand, the ERA-100 as a small form factor is a simpler 3-driver speaker, lower cost, great sounding speaker. On the other hand, the ERA-300, deeper bass, more drivers, Dolby Atmos, larger form factor, designed for a larger room, mid-sized room, for someone who might want to eventually add a second ERA for a nice Atmos surround sound system with the soundbar, with a future upgrade path. These are the two options you have. So the ERA-100 sounds great, simpler speaker, more cost effective. The choice is yours. I'd like to give a big thanks to Panworld for sending out these speakers for review. It is very much appreciated. If you're wondering where you can purchase these speakers, my information will be below. Please reach out to me. I'm happy to do a proposal, many different solutions, many different products, many different prices. Furthermore, I'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching till the end. My name is Justin. This is the Tech Experience, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.